This is Andy Roman from Elm Treason.
And this is Bobby Steele from Elm Treason.
This is Joe Butch, and you're listening.
One.
Hey, this is Julie Gibb.
Hey, y'all, this is Michael Daughtry.
Hey, Dave here from Grass Cutter.
One.
Hey, this is Vinod.
We are Coleus.
This is Mr. Susan. You are listening to New Music Saturday with Dr. Bones and Mad Andersons. Those guys are crazy.
Right on, and welcome to New Music Saturday. We have a great show for you tonight. And tonight, and for the next little bit, Forgotten Bee will be subbing for the Mad Andersons. They're taking a little leave hiatus, if you will. And so, Bee, welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Hey, you've kept me up again, haven't you, Brian?
Oh, I tried. But you know what? You're not the only one who's up at this time, because Anna from Sykoya is on the show as well, and she's in the UK as well. So, Anna, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, first and foremost, this is your third time on the show, and the last time we talked, well, the last few times we talked was always a good time, so we're back to the EP, which has been worked over a little bit, so yes. you revamped Shiver a little bit and subbed in a few different tracks. Now, you kind of briefly told me you guys weren't sure if you had found your sound yet. What kind of prompted you to kind of do the remake of it, or just kind of fix it up a little bit?
Well, I think... you know, with any musical project, sometimes it takes some time to develop your kind of sound and your identity, especially live. And at the time that, you know, we had put out the original EP that we were going to launch, we had not really played live yet, and we hadn't really kind of developed our identity. It was all very new. I had just gone to the studio by myself, without, you know, other people involved. And I think that the project started to morph a bit in the autumn when I had all the members together and we were kind of working through things and then getting feedback on things. And I was also developing as a producer and as a songwriter. And I think that eventually my writing and my producing became a lot stronger. And I kind of wanted to reflect that on the EP and the new direction we were kind of taking as a band. And so we just decided to revamp everything. And, you know, Shiver was a great song lyrically and all that, so I wanted to keep that, but we redid a bit of the production, because I had been 2 weeks into producing when I first did the original one. So, I mean, and the same with Closer, which turned out great, because, you know, I had worked with Curtis in the studio with that last year, and that's how I met him. And then the two others were our favorite tracks that we had been working on in the autumn, and we really wanted to bring them you know, to the audience and to record them as soon as possible. And so they kind of worked to come into the EP a little bit more than the other tracks that were there. So we're really happy now with what we have and the direction we're going, and now the live performance is just going really well with all those tracks.
Speaking of live performance, you just came off of one, so you guys actually played a festival. So how did that go over? What was it?
It was great. That was actually our first festival. I mean, it wasn't that big, but you know, it was big enough, and it was really fun. We got great reaction. We were very cold because it's been really warm in the UK, and then just today it just got really chilly. You
know what? It's the same thing here. We were warm for a while, and all of a sudden now we're down to like 6 degrees, but it feels like 1 degree Celsius. It's like, oh, come on, impossible flurries tomorrow. It's like, you got to be kidding.
I was playing in a really big coat. It was fun though. It was a really great night. We had such a great time. The sound was amazing. The people were amazing and really loved us. So yeah, we had a really great time. So hopefully there's lots more festivals in the future for us. Oh,
right on. No, that's really good to hear, because I mean, over the past few years, you know, you've been through quite a bit. You know, one band, a writer's block for a certain period of time, and then back in the studio and in and out. So, I mean, it's been quite the roller coaster for you, but the end result has been absolutely awesome. And like I've told you many times before, and I've never hit this on NMS either, every time we play a song, I always mention, and I really do, Anna, I always love your voice. I love the way you carry the tones and just kind of fluctuate. Yeah, I'm very appreciative of it, so.
Thank you so much. I mean, so much. That's really great to hear. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's been a really long process and a lot of hard work. And I feel like, it's all culminated to next week, which is our EP release, which is just, I'm so excited about, to get it out there finally.
Right.
And then also, start working on new stuff and start working on a new EP and singles and all that thing, because we have lots of material. I'm still writing and producing. We have lots of new songs to share as well.
Now, the potentials for new songs, are you going to try those live first, or are you just going to kind of do them right in studio?
We are already, actually. We
okay.
just tested out one of our first ones tonight, and it went over really great. We ended with it. It's a kind of epic ending song, so we're very excited about it, and I think it's going to be... we're definitely going to try to get into the studio to record it as soon as possible. Hopefully by the end of the summer we'll be able to release it, but if not, then it would be autumn time.
Right on. Well, for sure, when that comes out, you'll definitely be back on the show to talk about that. So,
I would love to.
So I'm going to pass the mic to B here for a few minutes, let her ask a few questions, and we'll get to our first song.
Okay, yeah, you were featured on Tom Robinson's Fresh on the Net and Radio Reputation. How does that make you feel?
It's great. I'm honored. It's different because, as you can tell from my accent, I'm from the States. So coming into the UK, it's hard to navigate the music scene here, not knowing a lot and being accepted right away. To those type of things, it's really honoring. And there's always more that you want as a musician. You want to keep going and keep driving for things, but we already feel really thankful for everything that we've had so far. So I think right now we're just really trying to focus on getting a fan base in the area, because not a lot of people know about us yet, and that's the most important thing to us. But we've been really, really thankful for all the great reviews and positive feedback we've been getting.
Well, I'm really excited about your EP, because obviously you've been introduced to me via Brian, and I'm really, really impressed, because obviously I've listened to it, and so I'm excited that we're sharing it tonight. But I was going to say to you, have any of you in the band ever played in a different genre of music?
Oh yeah, actually all of us. Curtis comes from a little bit more harder background, and he likes a lot of hip hop stuff. And I can't remember exactly it was maybe garage stuff that he was in the past. For me, it was a lot more like rock, but it was all piano based always. And Joe's kind of done a mix of stuff as well. So we've kind of been varied, but that then brings in a really interesting dynamic into the group, so that it's not just one genre we're all coming from. We all have different backgrounds to kind of make a unique sound.
Because I was going to say, some of the tracks, you've got to have a real level of confidence to stay and maintain the speed. Do you ever find when you're performing live that one of you gets carried away?
The thing is, we play the bane of our existence click track, and we play to a click track, because we have some, we only have so many hands, being a 3-piece, and we have kind of a bigger sound, so we have we have a backing track that has ambient sounds. We don't do anything too sophisticated with those, just some backing strings or ambience or something, and we have to stay in time with that. So all of us are on a click track. Most of the time it's just Curtis doing the click, but there are times where I have to have the click in my ear because the drums aren't in or something like that. So we all stay pretty much in tempo as much as we can.
Very impressive.
But that's a new thing. All of us have come from bands that have been, just doing our own thing on stage and going whatever tempo we want. And this is very new, this kind of electronic elements where you have to be completely on tempo, going with, sampling. I have sampling all over my Nord that goes with certain delays that are specific to the time signature we're in and all of that. And so we have to be completely tight to make it all work. And we do. It just takes a lot of practice.
Yeah, no kidding. So we are going to get to the first song here, the very first song in the EP. This one's called Closer, which there is a video for as well, which is really cool. And I had to say, even though I'm not into Game of Thrones, I'm really not, because honestly, like, I mean, just my own personal opinion, it bores me to death. But that being said, even though I have seen a lot of the episodes, not by my own, but you know what I mean. It was funny thing is the video kind of reminds me of the kind of wintry kind of like abyss of nothingness and just
winter is coming.
Thankfully, it's on its way out. Maybe not in Canada, but but either way, let's get to the first song off the EP. It's called Strange Nights, and the song's called Closer. Dig this.